Detroit Tech was a small junior college. They had less than 500 students but could house far more than that. It was no fault of anyone in particular. And with the growing infrastructure in the new center area of the city, a lot of pressure was placed on Detroit Tech to find ways to expand its reach. The school offered several associate degrees, but that was pretty much the only thing the small student body had to look forward to. The biggest culprit was time. The college had only been open for 2 years, and because of the low enrollment after the first 2 years, someone had to take the fall. And suddenly they had to turn to a new school president. Dr. Herbert Moore loved the small inner-city feel of the campus, but he knew he got the job to increase the student body. Several weeks into his tenure, Dr. Moore was reading a book on organizational growth. He came across a paragraph that could be summarized by saying, "If you want to grow your company, ask the people who work there why they do." The next week, he walked the campus and asked the students how they thought Detroit Tech could grow and why they chose Detroit Tech in the first place. Around the middle of the week and tons of conversations later, he realized that it was more important to focus on how they could get more students to the school than why the students chose to attend. He decided to send his most popular student union representatives to conduct surveys on campus. He was astonished by the results and social media feedback. He received thousands of views on Twitter, IG, and TikTok with students pleading with him to add sports. Dr. Moore, being a lifelong learner and pop culture follower, decided to research the most popular sports in the country. The top 3 were basketball, football, and baseball, in no particular order. He wanted to start a basketball team because it would cost less, but after crunching the numbers, he realized that football would generate more students and more revenue. He could get his basketball team later. He was playing the numbers game. He searched far and wide for a way to start and put together a football team. That's when he found out an old college classmate was the commissioner of a new league, Juco Preps. It took some work, but he finally got a hold of him. Commissioner Roby told Dr. Moore he had less than a year to get a team together and find a place to play, and if he could, they were in. He had to build the team from scratch, and of course find a head coach, and that's exactly what Dr. Moore did. Herbert dialed up an old friend, a former local law enforcement officer named Marshall Law. From there, the Detroit Tech Bulldogs entered the Midwestern Football Conference in Juco Preps.